SkyTeam alliance yet. I mentioned last week that the commercial airline industry has been complaining that passengers are more heavily taxed than folks who buy cigarettes or alcohol, traditional items that are traditionally hit with that so-called sin tax. Well, Congress has been busy this week. Sean Kennedy is the Senior Vice President for Global Government Affairs at Airlines for America. That's a trade industry group for the commercial airlines here in the United States. He joined us 3 weeks ago to protest the possible layoff of air controllers at smaller airports. He joins me now to weigh in on higher ticket taxes. Welcome back to the show, Sean. Nice to have you here.
Hey, great to be here, Rudy.
They're sort of beating up on you on Capitol Hill, aren't they? What's happened in the last couple of days, just prior to this weekend?
Well, as you noted, just on Friday, the House passed a budget. The Senate passed one as well. Both of them would like to propose doubling the TSA ticket taxes that every airline passenger pays from $2.50 to $5 a flight. That's going to
now, is that a flight
airlines,
or a segment? Sean, is that a per flight or per segment?
It would switch from per segment to per flight. So
okay, all right. So if you change
$5 no matter where you were going, as opposed to paying
got it from point A to
segment.
B, no matter how you got there. I remember flights it took to get there. Okay, all right.
So that will raise about $730 million in revenue, but that means that that's going to be picked up by airlines and more likely passengers.
And is because the House and Senate have passed it, is that it? Is this going to go into effect? And when might it?
Not in effect yet. It's what they're saying right now is this is how they want to raise money. They would then have to pass legislation in each chamber to do that, and that's really what the airlines are focusing on right now, is making sure that that the people are hearing from airlines, that they're hearing more importantly from the passengers who fly on these airlines, to say that increasing ticket taxes right now is really a losing proposition for the traveling public.
Well, yes, it is a losing proposition. You lose it $5 round trip at the very minimum. So what do you suggest? Passengers who are aggravated about this write their legislator? Right
now, this really falls into the challenge that passengers and the airlines have right now, Rudy, is that in 1990, passengers were paying, you only had about 6 ticket taxes that were implemented by the federal government. Right now, it's up to 17. So on a $300 ticket, 20% of that fare is federal taxes and fees. The real push what the airline industry is saying is that this has kind of gone too far. We need to have a national airline policy that really allows the airlines and passengers to have an industry that can make the investments, create the jobs, and add the services that U.S. passengers want. A lot of information can be found at nationalairlinepolicy.com. We have social media links, we have petitions, and we're really going to push this on Capitol Hill to put this to an end. It'd be wonderful if we could get more airline passengers keyed up on this.
You still have me at how many? 17 separate taxes, did you say, or 19?
17 individual taxes and fees right now. That's federal. And the challenge, of course, is that this may be hard to believe, but the airline industry last year, Rudy, made 21 cents per passenger.
Yeah, I remember that number.
That's including bag fees, that's including Wi-Fi, that's including drinks, that's everything. So when people say, well, what's another $250? Well, we needed that 21 cents just to be able to buy more aircraft, upgrade our interiors, add more services, add more jobs. If we have to absorb, and if the passengers have to absorb an additional $2.50, there goes that profit margin.
Yeah, no question. How has TSA explored other ways to get the money it needs?
Well, the challenge that we have right now is that their budget continues to go up while the number of people flying sort of stays steady. So TSA's budget in the last 5 years has gone up 18%. The number of people that are flying has gone down 9%. We are a huge fan of TSA. We're a huge fan of what they want to accomplish. Safety is always the bottom line for us. But what we need to do more of is move to more risk-based approaches rather than putting everyone through these puffer machines that don't work and break down and then are scrapped and put into warehouses.
Okay. Hey, Sean, thank you for putting it into perspective. We'll keep watching this and report on what the final result is. But so far, this has not kicked in the $5 per segment.
That's right. But we need folks to stay focused on it to make sure it doesn't. It's great to be with you, Rudy.
Sean Kennedy is the Senior Vice President of Global Government Affairs based in Washington with Airlines for America. And the question is the airline departure tax going to be doubled? Nice to have Sean back on the show. We'll monitor this because it really, it will get passed along to passengers. Obviously, if airlines are only making 21 cents per passenger, they can't absorb a $2.50 extra charge.